Hello friends, this is the next chapter of the class 9 NCERT. These videos are meant to understand the basic concept of the NCERT. On this basis you will be able to solve the various type of the questions which come in various competitive examinations. Guys, it is requested from you to watch this video fully so that you will be able to understand the each and every concept which will help you further in the exam preparation, because without understanding the basic concepts it is very difficult to solve the different types of the tactical questions which come in the examinations. Now we will start the lesson. Is matter around us pure? If we say that anything is pure, it means that all the constituent particles of that substance are same in their chemical nature. The chemical nature of that substance will be same. Substance. What is substance? Substance is a pure form of the matter. Mixture. It is constituted by more than one kind of substance. Mixture contains more than one kind of the substance. Substance cannot be separated into other kinds of matter by any physical process. Here it is given that by any physical process substance cannot be separated into other kinds of matter. To understand this, there is an example. Dissolved sodium chloride can be separated from water by the physical process of the evaporation. Here the physical process is evaporation. By means of evaporation, you only separate the sodium chloride from the water, but the chemical composition of the sodium chloride has not changed. Now the types of mixtures. First one is homogeneous mixture. It has uniform composition, like salt in water. If you dissolve the salt in the water and if you taste any part of that mixture, the taste will be same. Next is heterogeneous mixture. It has non-uniform composition, like if you mix the oil and water, oil never mix uniformly in the water. Now there is a term solution. What is solution? Solution is a homogeneous mixture of two or more substances. There are different types of solutions. Liquid solution, example is soda water. Solid solution, example is alloy. Gaseous solution, example is air. There are two types of the components in a solution. One is solvent and a solute. If you see the example of the salt in water, water is in higher quantity. In comparison to water, salt is less quantity. So salt will be solute and water will be solvent. A solution is a homogeneous mixture. The particles of a solution are smaller than 1 nanometer in diameter. They do not scatter the beam of light passing through the solution. If we pass a beam of light through the solution, it will not scatter because the solute and the solvent are uniformly mixed. Saturated solution. When no more solute can be dissolved in a solution at a given temperature, then it is known as saturated solution. And if the amount of the solute contained in a solution is less than the saturation level, then it is known as unsaturated solution. In earlier slide we have learnt about the properties of a solution. Next term is suspension. A suspension is a heterogeneous mixture in which solute particles do not dissolve but remain suspended throughout the bulk of the medium. Properties of the suspension. Suspension is a heterogeneous mixture. Particles of a suspension can be seen by the naked eye. They scatter a beam of light, passing through it and make its path visible. Solute particles settle down when a suspension is left undisturbed. Now, new term here is colloidal solution. What is colloidal solution? The particles of a colloid or colloidal solution are uniformly spread throughout the solution. Due to smaller size of the particles, the mixture appears to be homogeneous, but actually a colloidal solution is a heterogeneous. Example here it is given is milk. Milk itself is a colloidal solution. Here the solute particles are very small in comparison to the suspension, so it is not seen by the naked eye, but it is a heterogeneous mixture. Their particles easily scatter a beam of visible light. It shows that it is a heterogeneous mixture. So colloidal solution is a heterogeneous mixture. The scattering of a beam of light is known as Tyndall effect. Properties of a colloid. It is a heterogeneous mixture. Size of the particles are too small, not seen by the naked eye. Scatter a beam of light when passed through it. Do not settle down when left undisturbed. Separated by the process called centrifugation. The separation of the solute from the solvent is only possible by the centrifugation in case of a colloidal solution. There are different processes which separates the components of a mixture. What are the components of the mixture? That is solute and solvent. There are different processes like filtration, evaporation, centrifugation, sublimation, chromatography. What is chromatography? It is to separate colors in a dye, pigments from the natural colors, drugs from the blood. Next is distillations, fractional distillation, crystallization. Now types of the pure substances. Elements. An element is a basic form of matter that cannot be broken down into simpler substances by chemical reactions. Elements can be divided into metals, non-metals and metalloids. Example is copper, oxygen, iron, hydrogen, etc. These cannot be further divided into simpler substances by any chemical reactions. Next is compounds. A substance composed of two or more elements, chemically combined with one another in a fixed proportion. Example is water, methane, salt. Water, that is H2O, can be separated into hydrogen and oxygen by chemical reaction, but elements cannot be further broken down into the simpler substances by chemical reaction. This is the difference between elements and compounds. This is all. Thank you for watching.